Good evening, Facebook family and YouTube subscribers. It's Sunday night. It's about 10:21. About to go to bed. I've had a long day, exhausted. So now, sitting here having a little, I don't know what this is. And anyway, I got off the phone with a buddy of mine who was complaining to me about his lack of being in a relationship, finding a relationship. He's 43, same age as me, and he's been single. I've known him for 20 years, and he has had occasional dates or dating, but nothing long term, lasting more than a year or two, or I'm saying a year or two, but might not even have lasted a year. And he was complaining, almost in tears, crying because he really wants to. He's at a point in his life where he has a lot of good things happening, and he really wants to share his life with someone. And there's no one there for him to share his life with. He's not a bad-looking guy. I mean, to me, he's a handsome guy, I think. Masculine. But it dawned on me when we were talking on the phone that he is not the only person in his shoes that has never had a relationship, gay or straight, nothing long term. And it just dawned on me that some people are just not going to have relationships. Some people are just not going to have long-term relationships for whatever reasons. And I don't know why. And that's why I'm kind of doing this video as like a question. What keeps a person single for 10, 15, 20 years? I think we all inevitably we're in charge of our lives. I've been in several relationships. The last one lasted 18 years. But I know I'm lucky or different. Relationships are complicated, not easy. In fact, as I was talking to him on the phone, I thought about certain things that took place in my relationship, and I think the average person probably would have hauled ass a long time ago. But I tolerated and dealt with a lot of stuff because I realized relationships are complicated. They're not easy. And if you're not willing to deal with certain issues, no matter how bad the issues get, I've had some pretty bad issues. If you can't deal with them, or you find it to be too much, then you're not cut out to be in a relationship at all. My friend is not cut out to be in a relationship at all. He's not a person who has the patience to deal with people. He moves too quickly to other people. When he runs into a problem, instead of trying to resolve the problem, he terminates the relationship. See, he doesn't see that he is the person holding himself back from being in a relationship. I'm not sure what he's looking for, but I don't care any relationship, gay, straight, black or white. It's not going to be just milk and honey and everything's going to be perfect. There are going to be a whole hell of a lot of problems. More problems than you can even imagine. And you have to ask yourself, am I willing to be with this person through thick or thin? Through hell or high water? Through floods and storms? Some people can't do it. Some people live in fear. They're so afraid they're going to get hurt that they refuse to open themselves up to love someone or even let somebody love them. So they block it. And they build this brick wall around everything, the heart, the brain, the soul. And they won't let anybody penetrate it and get in. And if you live your life that way, how can you have a successful relationship with anyone when you've built this castle around who you are and you won't let anyone in? you're not relationship material. Some people are just not cut out to. I can honestly say I never have ever lived my life in fear about getting hurt in a relationship. Have I been hurt in some relationships? Of course. It's par for the course. Can you imagine driving a car and never having a car wreck and for 10, 15 years and finally you have a wreck? Many of us have had many wrecks, car wrecks. Well, I've had a couple of car wrecks in my life. And I've had a couple of disastrous relationships. But that doesn't stop me from moving forward and trying to love someone else and giving another person a clean slate, a clean opportunity, putting the stuff, that negative stuff I had or had that took place in previous relationships behind me. And not bringing it into my next new relationship. You can't drag that dead weight. I don't care what it is. Leave it where it was so that you go into your new relationship with an open heart. If you can't leave that mess behind, if you're not willing to leave it behind, you're not relationship material. If you're constantly looking at what took place between you and John in 1996, this is 2013. John long went about his damn business. And you still worry about what took place between you and him in 1996. Let it go. Open your heart. Tear down those brick walls. Tear down that castle. Let somebody in. Give a person an opportunity. Give yourself an opportunity. Give yourself a chance to love and be loved. If you can't do that, you'll never be in a relationship. You got to give yourself an opportunity. You have to give that person a chance. You meet a guy, you like him. He doesn't have the quite right job that you want. Who cares what he's doing? Does he have a job? Does he have an income? Who cares if he's a trash man and you're a lawyer? Does this man make you happy? That would make more sense to me, than concerned about his education level and income. That's stupid. If you're a person who's trying to be equally yoked, everybody wants to be equally yoked these days. I won't date somebody unless they have a college degree, make 6 figures a year, a Christian, goes to my church. You putting all these roadblocks up, you're going to be one lonely individual. You're trying to be equally yoked? Yeah, right. Sometimes you have to be unequally yoked. And that's okay. It's all right. If you like this person, if you love this person, you'll deal with him. You're a Christian. He's an atheist. What does your religious beliefs have to do with who you all are? If you get along great, fine. You can't go in expecting everything and everyone you meet to be perfect the way you want them to be. It doesn't work that way. If you want to be in a relationship, you got to give all opportunities a chance. Otherwise, you'll be alone forever. And some people, that's their destiny. They will be alone forever because they don't know how to properly begin or start or be in a relationship. That's their destiny. My friend who I was talking to, this is his destiny, to be alone. As bad as he wants one, it's just not in the cards for him. And I don't think it's going to happen. If you like my videos, please click like and give me some feedback. Do you think that some people are just permanently going to be single for the rest of their lives, black, white, gay, or straight? Give me your thoughts. I'm very curious to hear. You all have a great night. I'm out of here. I'm going to go to bed. I'm sleepy. And let me know what you think. Bye.